Good evening and welcome to El Almendralejo for Extremadura against Racing de Santander. My name is Dave Dempsey and I'll be talking you through the action at the end of the evening here in sunny western Spain. Extremadura, as with Racing Santander, in dire trouble of relegation. And their manager Manuel Mosquera makes two changes as out go Pardo and Pastrana. In come David Rocha and Christian Rodriguez. Main man in charge this evening, Senor Santiago Varón. Extremadura have decent memories of him. He's taken charge when they took a point at home to Malaga and also when they won 2-0 away at Alcorcón earlier in the season. Racing Club Santander, José Luis Oltra makes 6 changes from the defeat at home to Albacete last time out. Out go Aristotle Encanca, Aitor Buñuel, Abraham Minero, Ortiz, Nando Garcia and John Ander Perez. Guillermo, Nico Hidalgo, Toribio, Moises Delgado, Carmona and Kitoko come in to replace them. As the sun goes down on another day in western Spain, the sun could well be setting for both teams and their lifetime as Liga Smartbank clubs. A quick look at the table, because there's a fair idea as to why. Racing 30 points, 22nd, bottom of the pile, 13 points from safety going into this game. Extremadura, one step but not much better off, 34 points, leaves them 9 from safety. And if ever they have a must-win game, this surely is it. So injuries and suspensions have hit José Luis Oltra's selection. John Ander Perez attending the birth of his child, given the evening off. Manuel Encanca sent off last time out against Albacete, a result which inadvertently damaged Extremadura as well. And even results elsewhere this evening in the earlier kickoffs seemingly have gone their way, giving them a little glimmer of hope. But it's all on these two teams now. Will there be a final nail in the coffin for one of these tonight? They can't be mathematically relegated. I wonder what the results are here. But there is a sense that it is just a matter of time before relegation is confirmed. Extremadura, they pulled off a great escape acts last season, rising from the bottom end of the league to pull themselves out towards the end of the season. No such a miracle repeat this time round. They still sit in that lowly 21st position. One of the issues raised before restarting the football season again. Temperatures 32 degrees, even though it's 9:45 at night local time. As Francisco Cruz pings the ball out to Pinchi. David Rocha intercepted in the field by Richie Kitoko. He's a foot in just a little bit late, and we see the first yellow card of the game after only 1 minute and 20 seconds. So Richie Kitoko in pretty much as a straight swap for Aristotle Encanca, who was sent off last time out. And now for the pretty much entirety of this game, have to watch his step as he's on a yellow card. Oh, they're on Christian Rodriguez. Christian Rodriguez still down. Mentioned results elsewhere. Deportivo La Coruña picked up a 1-1 draw yesterday. As Manuel Mosquera looks on. They will keep fighting to the end, even though there's a certain inevitability. Things out of their hands now for Extremadura. Depor picked up a point there, probably out of reach for both sides. Key result from earlier, Lugo beating Numancia. That leaves both of those teams on 41 points, and still, in theory, within reach. Albacete play at home to Alcorcon tomorrow. Albacete in 18th, and Oviedo picking up a vital win. This is ball comes into the first chance in the penalty area, and that's a free header. It's been sent over the top of the crossbar. There was a long wait. And it was Francisco Cruz. One goal to his name so far this season. That was a free header. And he's guided over the top of the crossbar. Oh, early late off for Racing Santander. A positive signs for Extremadura. He was completely unmarked. Kitoko in field, lays the ball back to Jordi Figueras. A tackle coming in from Christian Rodriguez. Manu Hernando to Moises Delgado. Quickly picked up, but possession not lasting very long for Extremadura. Quickly picked up again by Racing Santander. Driving run through midfield now. That's out to Kitoko. Now left of him is Moises Delgado. Infield is Toribio. Switch sides with Carmona. In comes the tackle from Christian Rodriguez. Free kick, says the referee. Are we going to see the second yellow card in the game within the first 5 minutes? We're not. Senor Aceton Veron deciding that wasn't worthy of a yellow card. Worthy of a free kick from that one here. He'd show his studs, as David Carmona is suggesting, but look at the direction of the ball. Seems to get more than a touch on it. But either way, it's an early chance now for Racing Santander with this free kick. As Castro in for Racing Santander shouts out final instructions. In comes the ball from the right hand side into the middle of the penalty area. It's Francisco Cruz won another header. That time that looped up in the air, easy take for Castro. Rodriguez battling for it on the right hand side, was lost out this time. They can't find Guillaume with the long pass, and Extremadura pick up the ball again. Alex Diaz goes back to Francisco Cruz. Now Cruz again. Neat layoff in midfield, eventually finds Emmanuel Lomote. In terms of form for these two sides, we reach another long ball forward that Manu Hernando just eases that back to Ivan Crespo, and he goes long downfield. In terms of form, neither side yet to pick up a victory since the enforced coronavirus break. This is the 6th game each side will play before the weekend's actions. 4 teams were yet to pick up victories, but Numancia and Malaga both picked up 3 points of the weekend, so only Extremadura and Racing Santander are left winless since that play resumed in the middle of last month. Between them, they've racked up 3 wins in their last 20 fixtures combined. Extremadura just one of them. Racing Santander, they can take a glimmer of hope on their recent away form. Picked up 8 points in the last 15 available on their travels. And it's getting towards the point for, especially for Racing Santander, they're going to need to win all of their games in this round 37. So 6 to go, including this one, so 18 points on offer. Racing Santander can make it to 48 points. I think Albacete on 43. They're currently in that last safe position of 18th, and it's Racing Santander on the attack now with Borja Galan, with Guillermo left of him. Guillermo now attacking the penalty area, bringing a Cruz, getting the ball off Cruz and winning a corner. First of the game for Racing Santander. Ryan Cruz giving nothing away there, not letting Guillermo get past him. It was a promising break for a moment for Racing Santander, and they have the corner to follow, to be taken by Borja Galan. The maestro of most of Racing's set pieces now, as he's gone low towards the edge of the penalty area. Then comes the shot, it's deflected off the crossbar. Well, it was a training ground routine. Borja Galan low to the edge of the penalty area. I think it deflects off. It's off Christian Rodriguez or possibly Borja Ganero. And off the crossbar, Castro. It's just a spectator, as you or I just watched it hit the crossbar and bounce away. Borja Galan again with another corner. Surely Extremadura won't be falling for this again. With the outstringer from Borja Galan into the middle of the penalty area, easy head away by Lamotte. Acrobatic overhead attempt from Manu Hernando from all of 20-25 metres. That one goes harmlessly wide in the end. We watch the replay of this chance for Guillermo with the shot, and it just deflects up off the Christian Rodriguez. Not sure how much he knew about it, but it was a vital intervention in the end. So we've had a decent chance at either end so far, with Fran Cruz with one header. As another ball comes in, that one goes over everyone. The referee gives the free kick as Alex Alegría and Muy Delgado just came together on the edge of the penalty area there. I think it's Zarfino. Captain Zarfino involved inside the penalty area, so it'll be a chance for Racing Santander to clear. And Hernando across to Olatua. And back again to Ivan Crespo. Collected the gloves from Lucas Zidane. A couple of mistakes, a couple of poor performances from Lucas Zidane, and then a sprained thumb. It's given Ivan Crespo the chance to earn his place in goal for the run into the end of the season. So this is Crespo's just a second appearance of the campaign. Lucas is down so solid for so long, but a mistake against Labrada last time out against the Ponferradina. Dropped a simple cross against Tenerife, caught way off his line for the first Tenerife goal. He's lost his place for the Albacete game. As we watch again, these Zarfino just getting to the ball second behind Jordi Figueras, giving away the free kick on the edge of the Racing penalty area. As club captain Ivan Crespo thumps long downfield, flicked on by Borja Galan. Ball allowed to bounce. There's a push in the back there. Yes, that's been given. As Borja Granero guilty of a push there, so Nico Hidalgo picks up another free kick for Racing Santander. Borja Galan, as ever, standing over it. See if they've got another clever routine worked out for this one. Here is Borja Galan, signals with his right arm and slips in towards the back post to go down, but it's an easy take for Castro. And gets things moving quickly out to Ali Diaz. And the Racing Santander plays a funnel back quickly. And Christian Rodriguez looks to get Pinchy in over on the far side. Pinchy just can't quite keep that in play. We are throwing to Racing Santander down by their own corner flag. Throwing taken long and flicked on by Guillermo. Easy pick up for Rodriguez. Borja Granero all the way back to his goalkeeper Castro. Extremadura just starting to play with fire a little bit. One loose pass, and Castro forced to just hoof that out of play. Borja Galan just rolls that infield to Toribo. Toribo slips but still gets the ball through. Picked up again by Kitoko. Kitoko with the shot from distance. He's easily held by Castro. It's Racing Santander in the opening quarter of an hour who've seemingly had the most of the possession. One really good chance just 5 minutes in for Fran Cruz for Extremadura, but Guillermo with a deflected shot off the crossbar, the closest we've come. I think Racing have had slightly more of the play so far. And the long ball forward is cleared up this time by Manu Hernando. And Fran Cruz with Lamote. Alex Alegria, not seen much of him so far, but it's a useful ball out to the left-hand side to Angel Bastos. Bastos forced back for the meantime to David Rocha. Made off by Lamote, needs 1-2 midfield, come back to Lamote. Instead Alex Alegria takes over and he's lifted the ball over towards Christian Rodriguez. Can he bring it down? No, he can't. Danger still not clear. Extremadura back on the attack. They go right to Alex Diaz, still for up in and around the penalty area. As Pinchy just lays it off to Fran Cruz. Now Borja Granero. Gone long, it's netted down by Zarfino. He's not been fully cleared again. It's Pinchy on the edge of the penalty area, crosses in towards Alegria. There's the header down. Been pulled up for a push, I think, in the back of Jordi Figueres. Sustained pressure from Extremadura. As you watch again, see the hands just going to the back of Jordi Figueres. Got his header down. He midfielder needed to be at either side of Ivan Crespo to cause him problems. As Christian Rodriguez, they're denied by the Racing Santander goalkeeper. And the foul in midfield this time on Daniel Toribio. There's a Giovanni Sarfino again. Man punished 2 or 3 fouls from him now. Not sure he'll be allowed to get away with many more as Toribio gingerly picks himself up, hand still pressed against the back of his head as Manu Hernando gets on with it, but can only succeed in pinging the ball off the second row of seating. As Castro sends it straight back downfield. Oliver Tuo's header finds Guillermo Borja Galan. Into Toribio again out wide. Right is Hidalgo. He's looking to get Borja Galan in behind. Good covering from Christian Rodriguez. David Carmona just snuck in behind the Extremadura defence. Neatly played in. And again, Racing Santander with a chance with this corner kick. Borja Galan again with the right foot, low in towards Guillermo again. The same, pretty similar corner routine. Racing with all their players charging in towards the near post and just trying to get Guillermo free for a shot. And it was Christian Rodriguez again with the block. There was some fear before the game that this would turn into a very stale encounter between two teams too afraid to lose. Instead, both sides seem to be going for it, providing us with an entertaining opening 20 minutes so far. They've yet to provide us with a goal. Racing Santander, remember, as we enter the 20th minute, the applause minute. We played until the end of the season. Rubio chips forward. This one's cleared away by Extremadura. Sarfino looking to make it stick, but it's seen out of play comfortably by Manu. Now Muy Delgado. Takes the throw infield to Kitoko. Back to Delgado. Tua. Some neat play from Racing Santander so far. Eventually they get a free kick as well. In fact, Christian Rodriguez has done well to nip in there. He's won that back for Extremadura. So Extremadura to go long from this free kick into the penalty area, swung into the box, headed away by Portugalan. It's Moy Delgado down inside the penalty area. Portugalero offering his sympathies and a route back to his feet. So we watch at the back post, just the two of them come together, and down goes Delgado. So Racing Santander, even after making the 6 changes, thought they might get off to a slow start. So Luis Oltra bringing the changes following the defeat against Albacete last time out. 2 of the changes enforced, but got some defending to do now. As here come Extremadura down the right hand side. Ali Diaz, ball comes off Richie Kitoko, be out for a throw into Extremadura on the right hand side. Taken long in towards the near post, headed away by Manu. Loose pass there by David Rocha. And for a Racing Santander throw on Jose Luis Oltra. Without 25 of his goals so far this season, the team themselves have scored 35 goals in total. Cejudo, 9 goals from him. Karim Yoda moved out in January. Enzo Lombardo picking up a pretty serious knee injury during the week. He was the main source of attacking threat for them. Wrong, no longer with the club. Barral and John Ander Perez not available tonight, so 25 of their 35 goal scorers not even on the bench for them. Manu under pressure from Zarfino. Manu goes down under Zarfino's challenge, and it's just a free kick given, but Zarfino surely has to watch his step now. He has been closing down and not giving the Santander defence really much time, but he's putting himself about a little bit too much, and soon I'm sure will be facing a yellow card if he's to carry on putting in tackles like that. As it stands, no other punishment now by Senor Aceton Veron. Play goes on, hit up in the air by Pinchi. Now for a throw to Racing Santander, so still no goals, 25 minutes in. A warm night in Extremadura. Loose pass from Figueres. Livertua slides to keep that in. I think plays the ball off Cristiano Rodriguez and out for another passing throw. So they've made themselves keep hold of possession. Right, Alex Alegria holding up play towards the corner flag. Looks to cross into the middle, but it's blocked away by Iñaki Oaotoa for Extremadura corner. Alex Alegria, the main focal point for the Extremadura attack. 6 goals this season, 2 in his last 2. As the corner comes in now, swung in towards the middle of the penalty area, Portugalan heads away again. Brought down by Portugalero and back to his goalkeeper Castro. And he's flicked on, and Pinchy can keep that in play. He's got there just in time, but he's been given offside. She can't quite believe it's been him that's been given. It's a quite simple long ball forward, flicked on, and he's nowhere near offside there. If anything, it's Zarfino was the man who's in an offside position, but Pinchy is a good metre or so onside. Can Racing Santander get away with that one? A free kick right in the middle of the pitch for Racing Santander. Again, it's Borja Galan charged with orchestrating this as Daniel Toribio leads into it and joins the melee in towards the edge of the Extremadura penalty area. Out goes the right arm from Galan, chips in towards the back post, headed down. It'll be an easy take. Well, it should be an easy take for Castro. It looks like he's dropped that, and it will be a corner. Castro pleads his innocence that hadn't in fact crossed the line. It's a soft corner to give away. And Racing Santander from a free kick in it, pretty much what you call a nothing position, kind of middle of the pitch, and you see Castro gets to the last touch on its way out, and suddenly they've got a corner. Taking my Borja Galan in towards the middle again. Good header in defence by Francisco Cruz to clear that away. Sent back in by Moy Delgado. Punched clear by Castro. Still not fully cleared, and Borja Galan can set himself for another cross in towards the middle of the penalty area. That time headed away by Emmanuel Lamotte. He's won the free kick out of Jordi Figueras. A succession of crosses into the penalty area from Racing Santander. A dirty service there. It was Lamotte with the first header. Just a flick to take it away from Figueras, and momentarily away from danger. So I think the first goal will be all important in this game, but Racing Santander have scored first in the last two games and only picked up 1 point. Having said that, Extremadura only scored more than one on 6 occasions this season, and 3 of those occasions were in weeks 8, 9 and 10 of the season. Not exactly free scorers. But Extremadura are on the attack now. The Bastos raised the ball inside. And layoff from Alex Diaz to Lamotte, flicked over the top, looking for Alex Alegria. He's gone down inside the penalty area, but nothing doing under that challenge from Jordi Figueras. Needing to play a nice little ball over the top. That was Captain Zarfino trying to get on the end of it. Jordi Figueras standing his ground and making sure that ran out for a goal kick as we reach the first hydration break of the game. Just slightly more than 30 minutes played. It's still Racing Santander with that shot from Guillermo deflected onto the crossbar. It's the closest we've come to a goal. So still both sides mathematically with options of survival, but you do feel there has to be a winner out of these two for either of them to survive. A draw wouldn't be any good to either of them. Extremadura, big game for them here tonight, and a must-win game. Another one coming up on Saturday as they travel to Numantia. Numantia currently sitting on 41 points. You do feel that they would have to win tonight and beat Numantia on Saturday. That would move them up to 40 points. And the chance of just being 3 away from Albacete in the magical 18th position. Also got big games against Cádiz and then Deportivo La Coruña. As for Racing Santander, pretty tough run for them as well. They face Elche in a playoff spot, Fuenlabrada mid-table, then Huesca. Huesca still pushing for an automatic promotion spot. And if they're still alive then, come down to an away trip to Oviedo on the second to last game week of the season. Should results go against them, they could be relegated on Saturday. Racing Santander, should they lose here and lose at Elche, and Albacete and Oviedo pick up points. As it stands, still 0-0. As Oyotua dances around Christian Rodriguez and plays the ball in field. That's a loose tackle that time by Lomote. He also will pick up a yellow card. That was a pretty loose challenge. As Emmanuel Lomote. Nico Hidalgo and the receiving end of that one. So is there a clever play from Racing from this one? This time they go short. Tour to Figueras. Extremadura pressing high, but it's got out to Moy Delgado. Now he's done really well down the left-hand side. Moy Delgado still going. Roger Galan inside the penalty area, can't get a shot away. Toribio can, that's blocked. And now comes the potential counter-attack from Extremadura, but Toribio is back in time to block Christian Rodriguez. I think he knew what he was doing there, did just enough to foul Christian Rodriguez. He just gets his arm around his waist, but not such a foul, so he picked up a yellow card. So a smart play by Toribio, blocking the counter-attack and not picking up a yellow card in the process, but it's fallen kindly for Extremadura. There's Rodriguez looking to get the ball back to Alex Diaz, blocked away by Santander in the middle of their own penalty area, and this time it's Toribio who is fouled by Christian. Somebody watches at Christian, just jumps over the top of Daniel Toribio. As Jordi Figueras stands over this free kick to Kitoko. Option to his right in David Carmona. Here's Carmona now with the cross. And deep inside the penalty area, down goes Guillermo. It was an easy take for Castro. Comfortably caught that time. Emmanuel Lomote in midfield, out left to full back Angel Bastos. Pinchi's now gone over to the left-hand side and he's lost possession. And Nico Hidalgo going to get David Carmona in on the overlap, but good tracking by Lomote. Kitoko all the way past his goalkeeper Crespo. And, well, I was going to say nothing given. Referee having a good think about that before giving a free kick in Moy Delgado's favour. Christian pretty unhappy with the decision, but we'll have to get on with it. Crespo will go long out to the right hand side, but it's over the top of the head of Gabi Carmona. Carmona, Europa League winner with Sevilla. Now, a desperate scramble to try and get 18th place with Racing Santander, and they've got some defending to do. It's a neat turn from Pichi in field. Back out left to Bastos with a cross into the middle. It's punched away and then tapped in. It's a mistake by Ivan Crespo. And tapped into the back of the net by Pinchi. Ivan Crespo, I think, will want the ground to swallow him up. He didn't seem to do either. Well, he didn't seem to catch the ball or punch it away. He just dropped it right in the middle of the goal. And it's an absolute tap in for Oscar Pinchi. As we watch there, he doesn't punch it away, he doesn't claim it, and Pinchi can tap home for his second goal of the season. His first into strike against Tenerife in round 27 of the Liga Smart Bank. It's a really good turn in the build-up by Pinchi. Zarfino causing destruction at the near post. Crespo spills it. And Pinchi cannot miss. So the breakthrough for Extremadura. And neither side has particularly good records from losing positions. Extremadura at bottom of the table in that respect. Oh, Racing Santander with this free kick out on their left-hand side. Again, Borja Galan over it as they attempt to fight their way back into the game. Borja Galan with their free kick over everyone. One bounce out for a goal kick. Castro wasn't quite sure as Jordi Figueras came charging in on that one. It's a dangerous delivery by Borja Galan. Putting some decent balls into the penalty area. Oh, hit long by Castro downfield. Now Bastos. Pinchi. Alegria. That's well read by Nico Hidalgo. He's making up ground for Racing Santander down the right hand side. He's got two in the middle. He's made his way to Borja Galan. Alex Diaz was the better of him this time. He gets the ball to Alex Alegria, but it's cleverly won back by Jordi Figueras. Now Moy Delgado. Now Hunando. Liortua. Confident on the ball so far, the defender, but he's almost lost out that time. Oscar Pinchi. Down in a heap. He kind of took one to the face from Liortua. The play goes on with Racing Santander on the right hand side with Hidalgo running to the defence again. Can't get the better of Bastos, but it's crossed in towards the penalty area, then nodded away by Rodriguez. Inadvertently off his knee, I think. They didn't know too much about it, and Racing Santander come back again. Moises Delgado, Portugalan. Toribio attempts the crossfield pass, but it's intercepted. And now Zarfino. It's a bit of a loose touch in midfield, and it allows Richie Kitoko to step in, win the ball back for Racing Santander. The pace of the game just going up a notch since the goal. A bit more urgency being shown by Racing Santander. Slightly quicker passing as well, but can lead to them giving the ball away. It is a hot night. Neither side will want to be excessively having to chase the ball down. But now it's Extremadura with that one goal cushion and the ability just to slow the game down as we approach half time. It's Fran Cruz. The free header in opening 5 minutes. It's just a chip down the line, not to anyone in particular. None of his teammates on the same wavelength, but I think he's explaining he's kicking the ball out of play for an injury. That's it, Pinchy from that previous coming together with Iñaki Oleotua. Still in some discomfort. Let's have a bit of bruising around his left eye. And perhaps gesturing that he's that missed or lost a contact lens. As we watch again, let's try to find out exactly where that contact came from. It's the left elbow of Oleotua. It goes in there, and I think he's rather than a swelling, more a contact lens problem for and she has Racing Santander chipped the ball back. It's been kept in by Alex Diaz, yet but play allowed to go. Oh no, now pulled back by the referee for a throw-in. So Extremadura now I would take a throw, and they've got 3 minutes to see this out to half-time. Remember, Extremadura coming into this game 9 points from safety. Albacete, remember, at the start of this game in the 18th position, 43 points. They've got the best seat in the house as it stands at the moment. Numancia and Lugo now level on 41 points in 19th and 20th. Extremadura 34 points, but with a goal and with a free kick which is sent into the middle of the penalty area. There's the flick header, and there's a good save by Crespo. Goes some way to making up for his error as Alegria gets the flick header. Again, a free header from a free kick. It'll be another chance for Extremadura to load the penalty area. 4 in there for the throw from Angel Bastos, flicked on at the near post but then headed away by Churi Figueres. Eventually comes back to Alex Diaz. Christian Rodriguez, neat ball round the corner looking for Zarfino. His pull back to the edge of the penalty area as a brave tackle came in, and it's Toribio who got the tackle in to prevent the shot getting away. Oscar Pinchy in there again looking for his second. The ball came off the referee, so indirect free kick for Extremadura. Zarfino, ball to the edge of the penalty area. In fact, it was David Carmona who tracked across. So can Extremadura get themselves an important second right at the end of the first half? Oh, the ball is David Rocha. The referee deciding we're going to have an extra look at something. Let's find out exactly what he's checking over. Is he looking for a handball against David Carmona? There didn't seem to be many complaints at the time, but the ball does bounce off his arm and then down. And he has pointed to the penalty spot, and he'll give a yellow card to David Carmona right on half-time. So what looked like a goal-saving tackle at first has in fact turned out to be a lifeline for Extremadura and a great way to give them a 2-0 lead. It will be David Rocha who's picked the ball up and standing over this. Alexa Alegria missed the last one back in February in a game against West Coast. Rocha this time, and he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and it's 2-0 to Extremadura. VAR penalty right at the end of the first half. That was the last kick, and David Rocha, his first goal of the season from the penalty spot. Extremadura, Nono, the usual penalty taker, not on the pitch. He scored his last 3 penalties. As we watch this decision again, there's the cutback. In slides David Carmona, who bounces down off his right arm, and David Rocha just calmly sends Ivan Crespo the wrong way, and Extremadura have a 2-goal lead going into half-time. So Racing Santander with it all to do in the second half, as Extremadura go into a 2-goal lead at Almendrejo. back with you in Almendralejo in Extremadura, where the home side lead 2-0 against Racing Santander at the break. A penalty from David Rocha right on half-time, doubling the advantage given to them by Oscar Pinchi. Mistake by Ivan Crespo, dropping the ball right in the middle of the goal, allowing a tap-in for the winger. A couple of changes at half-time as Mario Ortiz looks to be coming on a straight swap in midfield for Richie Kitoko. It's an early touch for Ortiz in midfield. That left to Delgado, hit long downfield, now foul. Ali Diaz. Well, like a foul as Guillermo went to ground. Nothing given. Guillermo handled the ball, and it'll be a free kick going the other way. Another free kick at the start of the second half. This time given against Daniel Toribio. Alex Alegria, the man in the wars this time. So it's Extremadura with this 2-goal lead. And a free kick in the central field to be taken by Rocha in towards the back post, but headed away by Carmona. Oh, finds his way to Lomote. It's an easy interception, and as Delgado tries to storm away, he's brought down by Fran Cruz. Crespo to left, and Mario's ball in field is intercepted by David Rocha. It's a little bit loose at the start of their second half. And the ball finds Ali Diaz. Now it's hit long by Fran Cruz downfield, looking for Zarfino, but he was already in an offside position. So another stoppage, and now Racing can get on with things. And it's won back well by Oscar Pinchi, but Carmona, plenty of fighting him, wins the ball straight back. So still a slightly ragged start to the second half. It's hit long downfield and picked up by Guillermo. From left to Carmona, to Nico Hidalgo. Support from Borja Galan, back to Hidalgo. Running at Angel Bastos. Support from Carmona. Carmona will cross in towards the back post. It's over everybody. Christian Rodriguez should get there first. Players down inside the penalty area. Howls of pain coming from Fran Cruz down on the ground. And watch again, he's just a clip there by Borja Galan. Didn't seem to be too much in that, just a flick from Borja Galan. Obviously Cote, Francisco Cruz in a soft spot. The player will go on with throwing out down on the right hand side, thrown long by Ali Diaz. No, the free kick this time. Well, he claims to be the shoulder by Guillermo. Referee thinks that was handball, so they call back again. Extremadura trying to get Alex Diaz in behind. Well, watched that time by Delgado. Hit downfield looking for Rafael Drasaco. Now Oscar Pinchi looking to lead the counter for Extremadura, trying to get the ball through to Alegría, intercepted by Carmona, and it's Guillermo out on the run down the Racing Santander right. Good tackle, but ball falls to Nico Hidalgo. Now Carmona and Hidalgo again. Hidalgo just trying to get that ball in behind, but it's intercepted by Borja Granero. Now Ortiz claims for handball in midfield and then given by Verona Seton. Mario Ortiz, 30th league appearance of the season, not happy with that particular call, but it will be a free kick to the home side. Taken quickly now back with David Rocha. Away by Ortiz, back to Rocha, up in the air. Brought down by David Carmona. And Crespo, closed down by Pinchi. Clearance is blocked away, and it's now Manu Hernando under pressure from Christian Rodriguez. Ivan Crespo at fault for the first goal. Just a little bit too slack there. Oscar almost closed, completely charged down his attempted clearance, but they'll have to settle for a throw in here. Extremadura with and Diaz out on their right hand side to launch it into the penalty area. So Christian faced by Mario Ortiz, but slices out for a Racing corner, Racing goal kick, sorry. So both teams busy in and around the ball, plenty of intent, but neither side able to really control possession, as you may expect between two sides languishing in the final two positions in the table. Time's been flicked on, but before it can reach Giovanni Zarfino, it's cleared away. Now a loose touch in midfield, this time from Christian. Ball is back now with Borja Garcia with a neat touch and a neat turn, spread out to Carmona on the right hand side. Now Hidalgo, chance to run at the defence again, cutting inside. Plenty of blue and red shirts in front of him. And solid defending there by Aleortua. Sees off Alegría. Ortiz to Borja Galan. Galan again back to Manu Hernando. Switch of play out to the right hand side, and Carmona now a chance to cross in towards the middle of the penalty area. Substitute Tresako was waiting, couldn't quite get a touch on it. It's Borja Galan finding Hidalgo twisting and turning inside the penalty area, can't get his shot away, gets it back to Borja Galan. He'll go with the right foot with the curler, but it's away from goal. Castro can watch that fly past his left hand post. It's the first shot in anger in the second half. But it's Racing Santander doing most of the pressing, having most of the ball, and it's been played mostly in the Extremadura half for the opening 10 minutes of this second period. Two out to Carmona. Looks to chip that over the top to Hidalgo, but he'd gone a little bit too soon for the assistant referee's liking, and he's offside. Very tight decision, but I think just about. Taken down by Alegria, lovely touch onto Lomote. Zarfino goes right to Christian, who believed that Alex Diaz was charging up past his right shoulder, but not made up quite as much ground as Christian Rodriguez thought he had. And it's another poor clearance by Crespo, puts his team into trouble, but found his way out to Borja Galan. Now down the line is Guillermo. He's faced by two Extremadura defenders, who turns back and pings the ball out to the left hand side. It goes over the head of Angel Bastos, and Nico Hidalgo seemed for all the world as if the defender would cut it out. Wasn't expecting the ball to reach that far towards him. Carmona. Racing Santander have to go for this now. 13 points from safety. Maybe 5 to play after this game. Albacete have a better head-to-head record. And Albacete beating Racing Santander last weekend. There was a draw between the two sides earlier in the season. So it's effectively 14 points with 5 to play. Beginning to go from very difficult to the impossible. And they're in a tight spot here, 2-0 down away at Extremadura. It's Mario Ortiz in centre midfield, goes right to Carmona. Ortiz again, stepped over by Hidalgo, but Carmona wasn't far enough ahead with his run. Mario Ortiz has had plenty of touches since he came on at half-time. change of shape from Racing Santander to a 4-2-3-1 or maybe a 4-4-2 with Tresaco coming on for Jordi Figueras. Attacking player on for a defender. Oliver Tu and Manu Hernando forced now into a more traditional centre-back pairing. Giovanni Sarfino down next to the halfway line after receiving a bit of a Oliver Tu's forearm to the face. And it's all time that Extremadura can eat up 3 points. Still vital for them, remember. They are 9 behind Albacete. Again, it's Extremadura in a pretty similar situation. They've got a draw and a defeat against Albacete, so that 9 points behind is effectively 10. And if the team's finishing level on points, will be goal difference up with the head-to-head record that will define them. So if they do claw back 9 points in 5 games, they would still not overtake Albacete, but plenty of work to go to even get to that point. They're doing what they need to here tonight, but they've got some defending to do here in the short term as Rafael Tresaco holds onto the ball well and finds it. Nico Hidalgo attacking the edge of the penalty area. Hidalgo with the shot, saved by Castro. And there's a foul on the edge of the penalty area. Hidalgo again. Racing still pressing, but yet to say in the second half that they've really created a clear-cut chance. Still only 2 chances in the entire game. We'd still say that shot from Guillermo from the corner routine that came off the crossbar. And you'd add it to that Nico Hidalgo shot a couple of minutes ago, saved by Castro. As Extremadura just creep down the right touchline with another throw-in. Diaz takes long inside the penalty area, and he turned, and there's a lovely finish into the back of the net. It's Zarfino for Extremadura to make it 3. His 81st appearance for the club. It was a lovely take from the throw-in. Turned round Manu Hernando and then just lifted the ball over the onrushing Ivan Crespo, and he's made it 3-0 to Extremadura. Lovely take, lovely chip from Zarfino. His 5th goal of the season. Oh, the Uruguayan. And surely now Extremadura will have done enough to take them clear of Racing Santander. There'll be a final change as former Lugo man Sergio Gil comes on. What will be the final at 27 minutes or so. Christian Rodriguez, his night's work is complete. Still challenging midfielders Emmanuel Lomote. And for all the good work done by Racing Santander in the opening 20 minutes, nearly 20 minutes of the second half, it's been undone by that piece of skill by Giovanni Zarfino. And Mario Ortiz faced by 2 goals inside with midfield partner Toribio. Toribio laid off back to Ortiz. Now Guillermo. 1 now 2 inside the penalty area. Went for a cross from Carmona. It's blocked away by Bastos after a Racing Santander corner. Starting to need miracles now. Racing Santander 3 goals down here and a long way from safety. Again, mathematically they can't be relegated tonight. As the ball comes into the middle of the penalty area, until it's hoofed away by the scorer of the first goal, Pinchy. Suddenly it's 2 against 1 down the other end of the field. As Racing had committed players forward for that corner kick, it's a sliding tackle from Moy Delgado. Another pair of changes to be made by Racing Santander. And it looks like Rafael Tresaco, unless I'm very much mistaken, who came on at half-time, has already been withdrawn. Emmanuel Lomote. A yellow card will also be withdrawn and protected. And appearance number 69 for Extremadura for Jose Pardo. And be an Extremadura free kick swung into the middle towards the back post, and Jose Pardo already with his first touch had kept that in play, but referee's whistle already blown for coming together in the middle of the pitch. Zarfino the man down. Case of dominoes inside the penalty area, but referee deciding the best decision was to just give a free kick to Racing Santander. Now swinging by Ortiz towards David Rodriguez, brings it down but can't bring it under his control, and it's gone backwards when he's already offside. Just for a moment looked like the substitute had got through there. Down the right hand side, Racing Santander again cleared away. It's a pinch attacking left hand side of the penalty area. 3 in the middle of the box for Extremadura. Kept waiting. The ball is yet to come as Extremadura know they can hang on to the ball. Now Jose Pardo in midfield, overlapping is Alex Diaz. Gets there in time and finds Zarfino. Zarfino with the shots. It's a crawl just wide of the right hand post of Ivan Crespo. see the forlorn figure on the bench of Rafael Tresaco, brought on at half-time, and then barely lasting 20 minutes before getting his hamstring on ice, and Zarfino could be in again here. He's had to turn back. Good covering defending by Ali Ortua. Right, is Alex Diaz to cross into the middle of the penalty area again. Alex Garcia Alegria with the volley straight down into the turf and over the crossbar. Well, Alegria, 6 goals this season, but has scored them all in twos. Scoring rounds 25 and 26, 29 and 30, 36, 37. We're now in round 38. Extremadura. Free kick in midfield, the foul by Torbio. Some words exchanged with David Rocha now at Racing Santander. Can't get on with things. See, Torbio's coming in for the tackle there. And Zarfino keen not to let Racing Santander get on with things quickly, but moving through centre field now with Borja Garcia. His crossfield ball looking for Nando Garcia. Nando Garcia is now down after the challenge by Angel Bastos. See, again, looked fairly innocuous. Play will go on, and now Alex Diaz going to attack down the right-hand side. Eventually won back by I think Santander, and a cover from Frank Ruth. Can't work the ball back to Alex Diaz. Will be a throw to Racing Santander. Under 20 minutes to go now. Racing Santander starting to need miracles now. And with 5 games to go, they could in theory still catch Malaga and Oviedo. But Nando Garcia now down. The injury problems just mount and mount for Jose Luis Oltra. Another one of the players he's brought on. They need to be withdrawn again. Sergio Gil on the right-hand side, eventually switching play to Angel Bastos. Racing still down to 10 men momentarily. David Rodriguez tracking back. The ball out now with Oscar Pinchi on the Extremadura left. He gets his head up and crosses in towards the penalty area, to be cleared away by Eliotua. David Rodriguez lays the ball off, and now Mario Ortiz plenty ahead of him. And now back to Ortiz, and I think Santander need to go somewhere quickly, but as soon as they do, it's intercepted by Jose Pardo. But given away unnecessarily really by Pinchi with the flick. Guillermo still fighting for the ball and getting his team a free kick and getting them back into possession. And there's a sending off on the bench. I think it's one of the substitutes or the assistant manager. Not much more that Jose Luis Oltra can do now. He's made his changes, but they do have this free kick on the right-hand side now with Carmona. Carmona will cross into the middle of the penalty area. It's come down to Guillermo. Can he finish? He can. Racing Santander have a lifeline. Guillermo's third goal of the season. 15 minutes to go. Racing Santander have given themselves some hope. There's the header down from David Rodriguez. Guillermo with one touch and then a lovely finish over the outrushing goalkeeper. I think the VAR official is probably just checking the offside. Initial view is that Guillermo timed his run perfectly. They'll have another look, but first impression from watching that is it will stand. Nod of the head, blow of the whistle, point to the centre circle, and that will be the second hydration break. So Banti for, I would say, Luis Oltra to discuss. Fernando Garcia, even though he's down, clutching his shoulder, getting some pretty physical treatment. He's still there with his team, still ready to go on, but see Racing Santander, a draw again would do nothing for them really. Need to get a win out of this somehow. 3 goals they need in just under 15 minutes. Extremadura, again, they have a worse head-to-head record against Albacete. Albacete, remember, coming into this game 9 points ahead of Extremadura. They cut that to 6 with a win here. Albacete host Alcorcon tomorrow night. I'm sure Extremadura will be cheering for all their might for an Alcorcon victory. And that final change, Luis Oltra, it's Camus coming on for Portugalan. So perhaps slightly surprising to see Portugalan go off. Perhaps he's it is a warm night, playing a lot of football, been given a rest for the remainder of the game. Let's see what the youngster Marco Camus can do. For the moment it's Nando Garcia on the right hand side. Guillermo and David Rodriguez ahead of him. Goes right to Carmona. Carmona with the cross into the middle. There's the header, which has gone over the top of the crossbar. David Rodriguez. Got on the end of it, but couldn't direct it down on goal. Got the feeling there's something needs to happen soon for Racing if they're going to set up a grandstand finish. They've given the ball away in midfield. It's Arfino. The ball up and finds at Sergio Gil. On the right hand side looks to play as Arfino in behind again, but Manu Nando is there. Arfino gives away the free kick and just ekes up a few more precious seconds. Nervously still watching on Manuel Mosquera. 50th game in charge of Extremadura tonight. That's thumped away by Castro. Flicked on by Alegria. Pinchy gives chase, can't keep it in. Oh, it's Guillermo limping. No more substitutes available to Racing Santander. It's hit over the top and should be an easy take for Castro around the edge of his penalty area. Plenty of tired legs out there as we get towards the end of the game. You feel for Racing what they could have done with Cejudo. Yoda sold out in January. Even with Enzo Lombardo still fit towards the end of the season. Unfortunately, Emil missed 6 months of football, but here come Santander again. David Rodriguez can't get the ball into the box. Neither can Nando Garcia. Blocked away by Angel Bastos. Going to Racing Santander. 9 minutes of normal time to go. Carmona across into the middle of the penalty area. Castro, it's an easy take. Chance again for Extremadura. Eat up a few seconds, send the ball 50-60 metres further downfield. It's flicked on and picked up by Pinch, and they could be in with a chance here. They've got a few players forward. Said they go right into head. Oh, Sergio Gillen picked up by Delgado. Forward again for David Rodriguez to chase. Castro eventually with the left foot sends it straight out of play. Again, bouncing ball, and they seizing his foot up against Oscar Pinchy. Another Racing Santander player down. Again, all substitutes have been made. Again, it looks like it's Nando Garcia. Yeah, with that troublesome shoulder that with that clash with Angel Bastos not long after coming on. He's already carrying some strapping around that shoulder, and it may be Racing Santander will have to finish this game with 10 men. Does not look at all comfortable, does Nando Garcia. Nothing going Racing's way injury-wise if they've lose Nando Garcia. Already lost one substitute, Rafael Tresaco. They got this free kick sent in by Ortiz towards the back post, but the reason above everyone is Fran Cruz just to nod that away. Torrington left hand side by Delgado. That goal to Toribio. Passes up inside the penalty area and eventually taken by Castro. Again, another Racing Santander attack comes to nothing. And again, Castro can eat up all his allocated seconds and thump the ball downfield, but possession not really sticking for Extremadura. In effect, Racing could just make a breakthrough and make a grandstand finish of it. I'm sure Extremadura will get nervous if Racing can just create one more chance. It's all becoming more and more frenetic. Now it's Nando Garcia with the ball in behind, looking for David Rodriguez, but it's intercepted by Fran Cruz. Comoro with the throw, laid off for Ortiz. And forced back by Zarfino. And he's given the ball away to Alex Alegria. Chance for Extremadura on the counter-attack. It's given away by Pichi, and eventually a tackle from Angel Bastos. All getting a bit untidy, a bit scrappy. But it'll suit Extremadura. Manuel Mosquera down the Extremadura bench. Looks like he's having heart palpitations down there. Still screaming out instructions. His team 3-1 up with 5 minutes to go. Alegria lays off, but it'll be picked up by Toribio in midfield. Now Delgado will go long, looking for a substitute. Marco Camus. It's straight out of play. Throw into Extremadura. Nando still on the pitch. His right arm looking pretty limp down by his side. It's his left arm in the centre of your picture there. Left arm swinging freely. His right arm is pretty much not moving at all. Racing Santander playing, I'd say, with that 10.5 men as he looks to close down now. It's sent long again by Castro, looking for Alegria. Roger Granero goes long, looking to get Pinchy in behind. He's going to get there, but his cross is blocked away by Carmona. Couldn't find Alegria or Zarfino in the middle. Extremadura have to pick themselves up again. Go to Numancia on Saturday. Knowing that 3 points will be a must. But so far they've done all they can as Zarfino's in behind. No offside flag. Zarfino saved. Eventually the assistant flag is raised for offside. Didn't look like he was beyond the line of last defender. Yes, he was. A good save by Ivan Crespo. There's Iran Cabrera. He'll be coming on for the final few moments. There's another racing attack is seen off, and now Zarfino with the header. So close enough to Alex Alegria. It's intercepted now back with Ivan Crespo, who sends long downfield. Nando Garcia not really willing to go and challenge for the aerial ball with only one working arm, but still doing what he can. David Rocha. Who will be coming off the score of the penalty. And another one of the goal scorers, Pinchy, will be relieved for the final few moments. And youngster Kike Carrasco made his debut in the game against Fuenlabrada. Almost scored what could have been a winner for them. Be on for the final couple of minutes here. He's back in the arms of Ivan Crespo. He'll just take a couple of seconds and launch the ball back downfield. It's flicked on inadvertently by Fran Cruz, but can be picked up by Castro. Looks of Racing Santander just they played with belief, they played with energy in this second half, but you just feel that starting to lose a bit of hope now. They're still chasing, still harrying, but I mean, kept at arm's length by Extremadura as another free kick decision goes in the favour of the home side. As the board goes up from the official, to be a final 5 minutes. I do think it's going to be something extra dramatic if Racing Santander are going to get back into this game. The last time we scored 3 goals in a game was against Extremadura in a 3-0 win earlier this season. Lucas Zidane also saved the penalty that day. Cejudo, Yoda and Lombardo with the goals, none of them on the field this evening. There's one final attack from Racing Santander on their left-hand side as Marco Camus looks to cross, but it's blocked away by Alex Diaz. Delgado, that's blocked by Sergio Gil. Gil goes in again. I think he's led with an arm on Moy Delgado. So former Lugo midfielder giving away a free kick. So the first 2 attempts at crosses from Racing blocked away, but they'll have a chance with a set piece, and Mario Ortiz is over it. Castro still directing his one-man wall. Extremadura still looking for just their 8th win of the season. It's swung in by Ortiz high and then headed away. Carrasco gets after it, but it's seen back to David Carmona. He swings into the penalty area, headed away again. Carrasco completes the clearance, and Sergio Gil brings the ball down, and now suddenly Extremadura can counter-attack. I think a 4th goal would be a bit too much. Well, they've dallied in midfield and they're giving the ball away. Chance now for Extremadura with David Rodriguez, for Racing Santander with David Rodriguez, but it's Arfino back there helping out. Just for a moment looked like he was going to get free. Said he was swarmed by 3 or 4 Extremadura defenders, and the danger seen off. Sent long to the left side. Taken down by Angel Bastos, but he's lost out, but the offside decision I think goes against Guillermo Fernandez. Nando Garcia just getting a foot in. Was it for a foul there? Yeah, the swipe from behind from Nando Garcia, just into the back of Angel Bastos. The referee didn't like that challenge and blew for the free kick. It's sent forward again. It's the Carrasco from distance with the shot, but it's bouncing just a metre wide. Oh, what a introduction that would have been. I think still that 3-1 is a pretty harsh reflection on Racing Santander. 4-1 would be very much unfair on them, as it is a reflection of the season. Just 4 wins so far. And they may well be relegated at the weekend. In an official sense, they're all put down now. Extremadura still on life support. If they can hold out just for 1 more minute with a 2-goal advantage, it's sent into the penalty area again, headed away by Porto Granero. And up in the air now, Carrasco with another header clear. He's done well to find an Extremadura player. The 2-on-1. It's Alex Alegria. He can't quite control it, but he's found his way to Carrasco. Carrasco with the pullback for Sergio Gil is saved. Oh, would have been the nail in the coffin of this game, but it's been sent straight back down the other end of the field. But there's a couple of bounces and he'll enter the arms of Castro. Decent save by Ivan Crespo. Oh, he's so disappointed with himself for that first goal. Just took the cross and he's pushed it straight into the path of Oscar Pinchi, and that was that. And the referee Santiago Veroneseton says no more. That will be that. Extremadura will take the points. They go on to fight another day. Mathematically so the Racing Santander, but they could be relegated at the weekend. It's completely out of their hands now. Extremadura go on to fight another day. Goals in the first half from Pinchi and from David Rocha from the penalty spot. Followed up in the second half with a great finish by Giovanni Sarfino. Guillermo Fernandez made a game of it, but Racing Santander couldn't mount an extraordinary comeback. 3-1 at the final whistle.